Welcome in. It's the Recruiting Roundup, powered by Rock and Refuel Varsity. We have the birthday boy, Jason Jewell from Scout.com. I'm Jared Cohen from Sports 360 AZ. Commitments, offers, JUCO commitments and offers. We got a lot to get to in this edition of the Roundup. Let's jump right into it. NAU, they've built the foundation with Arizona players over the last 4 or 5 years. It's leading to a lot of success, and they continue to bring in local talent.
You got to love their most recent commitment. Jack Smith, the quarterback out of Mountain Point High School, one time was committed to UNLV, and he turned down several other FBS offers, New Mexico State, Eastern Michigan, Florida Atlantic, and committed to the Lumberjacks. Great get by NAU. And then they turned around and got one of the best kickers in the state, Agua Fria's Griffin Roller. If you want a kid that's going to put it in the end zone, Roller is your guy. He is a very underrated and good kicker.
So congrats to both those two young men, plus NAU with great pickups from the Valley. How about another commitment, Jason? This has been one of the best linebackers in Arizona each of the last 2 seasons, and it's nice to see him rewarded with some recruitment and now a commitment.
Yeah, Case Hatch from Perry High School, the linebacker, committed to Southern Utah. He had an offer from South Dakota State, and despite the lack of, let's say, the recruiting coming his way and the offers coming his way, the guy is very, very talented. I think the reason that he wasn't getting recruited at that level is he's announced he's going to go on his 2-year Mormon mission, and that's scary for some schools. So they kind of shied away and backed off, but Southern Utah is going to get a very good player after he comes back from his 2-year mission.
Alex Farina, he's going to be playing at the next level, and he sealed that over the weekend.
Yeah, committed to FCS school, committed to University of San Diego, had multiple other Ivy League schools. Congrats to Alex. His brother Nick's playing at South Dakota State, so they're going to have 2 kids in the same family playing Division I football. Congrats to him. And then San Diego, who recruits here very heavily, also offered Brophy long snapper Cole Becker.
And speaking of offers, how about Isaiah Swan? This is, I think, one of the more underrated defensive backs in Arizona, and he's getting some really impressive attention.
Yeah, very smart kid. I agree with you. He was a very good player when I went out and saw him play. He took a trip to Harvard with Cade Knox from Brophy. He's also committed there, but he got an offer from them while he was on the visit. He has multiple other Ivy League type offers, academy offers. A very good player.
And speaking of Chandler, Dustin Woodard, one of the hottest names in Arizona this time of year.
Yeah, we talked about the big offensive lineman got offered by Memphis last week, added another FBS offer from New Mexico State.
And finally, the last offer from the high school level we want to get to is Dante Diaz Infante. I really like him. He's fun to watch, especially when you check out his film, and he's getting some attention.
Yeah, another Brophy player got offered by Air Force. Dad played in the NFL, obviously good bloodlines there. You got to like the upside and the ability of him. Long arms, big feet. I think he's going to grow and potentially be a defensive end, outside linebacker, rush end type guy.
And one of my favorite things that we do, Jason, each and every year at this time is talk about the former local prep guys that went JUCO who are now getting offers and making commitments to play at the Division II, Division I FCS level. We've talked about a bunch more over the last few weeks. There's a lot in the news in the last week.
Yeah, so Josh Agnon, we'll start with him. He had committed to Georgia Southern, but he flipped to New Mexico State, so the former Chaparral wide receiver going to head to the Sun Belt and play at New Mexico State. Then Jalen Neal, Scottsdale Community College offensive tackle. He was from Saguaro High School. He actually already signed with Purdue. Then Sean Franklin, a corner from Mesa Community College. He was at Chandler High School. He has already signed with Cal. Byron Evans, Glendale Community College via Phoenix Christian High School. He committed to Northern Arizona. Brant Davidson, defensive tackle from Scottsdale Community College, prepped at South Point High School. He committed to Montana.
Until next time, happy birthday, Jason Jewell. I'm Jared Cohen. It's the Recruiting Roundup, powered by Rock and Refuel Varsity.